Most people believe billionaires live in a different universe. Different rules, different brains, different luck. That belief feels safe because if the rules are different, then failure feels justified. But when you watch the ultra-wealthy closely, something uncomfortable appears. They are not faster because they move more. They are faster because they remove friction from thinking. The first thing you notice is how they communicate. Not loudly, not emotionally, not endlessly. They compress reality into the smallest possible unit. A text instead of a call, a sentence instead of a discussion, a reaction instead of an explanation. This isn't coldness. This is respect for time. Time is not money to them. Time is irreversibility. When a billionaire sends, "Go with 60 and nothing else," what you're seeing is not confidence. It's decision ownership. They do not outsource certainty. Compare that with the average person negotiating something small. Multiple calls, multiple opinions, family involved, anxiety disguised as diligence. The difference isn't wealth, it's tolerance for responsibility. People who avoid fast decisions are not careful. They are afraid of being wrong. The wealthy learned early that being wrong is cheaper than being slow. Another pattern shows up in places no one talks about, like restaurants. While others study menus as if life depends on it, billionaires decide instantly or delegate the choice. Why? Because small decisions drain the same mental energy as big ones. They conserve cognition. This is why they can make massive decisions calmly. Their mind is not cluttered with trivia. You see the same thing in business. They don't need every detail. They need direction. Indecision feels intellectual, but psychologically it's avoidance. Speed feels risky, but psychologically it's trust in self. Then there is trust, or more accurately, controlled distrust. Extreme success attracts manipulation, like light attracts insects. So billionaires assume motives before they assume innocence. This doesn't mean they're paranoid. It means they've paid the tuition of betrayal. One lie doesn't damage a relationship because of the lie itself. It damages it because it introduces uncertainty, and uncertainty is expensive. That's why relationships end instantly. No shouting, no closure, just deletion. Loyalty exists, but only where alignment exists. Once alignment breaks, sentiment is irrelevant. This is also why many people fail to enter powerful circles. They try to impress instead of stabilize. They try to extract instead of contribute. Early on, some people learn a counterintuitive move. Remove incentives. Work without demanding. Give value without calculating return. Not because money doesn't matter, but because signal matters more. The moment someone senses you don't need them, trust accelerates. Another contradiction appears in spending behavior. Billionaires are irrationally cheap in some areas and irrationally generous in others. This confuses people. They will argue over insignificant costs where growth is capped, but they will spend absurd amounts where leverage multiplies. A private jet is not comfort. It is time compression. A yacht is not luxury. It is controlled proximity. A mansion is not ego. It is an environment where conversations happen differently. They don't buy objects. They buy context. That's also why many of them look ordinary in public. Flash attracts attention. Attention attracts interference. Invisibility is a strategy. Another silent rule. They only operate where they are uniquely effective. Everything else is noise. If they are not the best person to do something, they remove themselves from it. This feels unnatural to people who equate effort with virtue. But leverage beats effort every time. If you do everything yourself, you are not independent. You are bottlenecked. Delegation is not laziness. It is acceptance of reality. And finally, the myth that breaks people's minds. Billionaires are not problem-free. They have upgraded problems. A delayed flight becomes a logistical crisis. A broken partnership becomes a market shift. A failed deal becomes a reputational ripple. Different scale, same emotions. The difference is where they release pressure. They don't complain downward. They don't perform struggle. They solve quietly, laterally, or upward. If you can handle problems that others feel embarrassed even mentioning, you become valuable in ways money can't buy. This is how access is earned, not through hunger, through usefulness. People remember who made them feel powerful in chaos. This is the psychology cosmic dominion exists to expose, not surface wealth, structural power. Once you see how decisions, trust, time, and leverage truly work, you stop chasing success. You start designing inevitability. Most people don't fail because they lack intelligence. They fail because their mind is noisy. Noise is the real enemy. Too many options, too many opinions, too many imagined futures fighting for attention. Powerful people spend their entire life doing one thing very well: reducing internal noise. This is where the real separation begins. When you observe people who consistently win, you notice something unsettling. They are calm in moments where others panic. They are silent where others perform. They act when others are still thinking. This isn't courage. This is conditioning. They have trained their nervous system to tolerate uncertainty. Most people crave clarity before action. The elite act before clarity. Knowing clarity follows movement. That's why average minds ask questions like, what if it fails? What if I look stupid? What if it goes wrong? Powerful minds ask a different question. What happens if I don't move? That single inversion changes everything. Another invisible difference is how they relate to discomfort. Most people treat discomfort as a warning. The elite treat it as data. If something feels uncomfortable, they don't run from it. They analyze it. Why does this conversation feel tense? Why does this decision feel heavy? Why does this opportunity feel dangerous? They don't avoid pressure, they study it. Pressure reveals leverage. This is why powerful people often look emotionally neutral. They are not suppressing feelings. They have learned not to obey them. Emotion is information, not instruction. The average person lets emotion drive action. The elite let emotion inform action. There is also a brutal truth about focus that most people resist. You cannot expand and entertain at the same time. Discipline is subtraction. Every yes steals energy from a more important no. This is why powerful people protect their mornings, their calendars, and their mental space aggressively. Not because they are busy, but because distraction is expensive. They understand something most people never realize. Your attention is training your future. Whatever you repeatedly focus on becomes familiar. Whatever becomes familiar feels safe. Whatever feels safe becomes your identity. That's why environments matter more than motivation. If you stay surrounded by people who normalize hesitation, complaining, and comfort, your nervous system adapts to mediocrity. Change the environment, and behavior changes automatically. This is also why elite circles feel cold from the outside. They are not unfriendly. They are filtered. Access is not granted by enthusiasm. It's granted by predictability under pressure. If people can rely on you when things are uncertain, you become valuable. If you disappear when things get hard, you become replaceable. Another uncomfortable truth. Powerful people don't explain themselves to be understood. They explain only when explanation creates leverage. Seeking to be understood is an emotional need. Seeking results is a strategic choice. This is why they are misunderstood so often, and why they don't care. They are not trying to be liked by the crowd. They are building alignment with outcomes. They also understand something deeply psychological. Your self-image sets your ceiling. If you secretly see yourself as still learning, you will hesitate. If you see yourself as capable, you will act. Identity precedes behavior. This is why powerful people curate their internal dialogue ruthlessly. They do not entertain self-doubt for long. They interrupt it, not with positivity, with evidence. They remind themselves of past wins, past recoveries, past resilience. They build an internal case for competence. Confidence is not arrogance, it's memory. And finally, the most dangerous illusion, waiting to feel ready. Readiness is not a feeling, it's a decision. The people who win didn't feel ready, they felt compelled. They moved because staying still became more painful than failing. That's the real turning point. Before this video ends, here's what actually matters, stripped of philosophy and emotion. Stop over-communicating. Say less. Decide faster. Mean what you say. Reduce small decisions. Automate, delegate, or eliminate anything that drains mental energy. Protect your time like an asset. If something doesn't compound, question it. Shift from seeking approval to providing usefulness. Solve problems others avoid. Spend money, energy, and effort only where growth multiplies. Be frugal with noise, aggressive with leverage. Choose environments that raise your standards automatically. Distance yourself from normalized weakness. Train your nervous system to tolerate uncertainty. Act before clarity. Adjust after movement. Most importantly, stop waiting to become someone else. Operate as the person you're trying to become. This is not about becoming rich. This is about becoming dangerously effective. This is the psychology cosmic dominion exists to sharpen.